So I wanted to talk about weightlifting because a couple days ago I managed to bench press 260 pounds. And I know I've said that before, but now I've done it without leg drive. So, in other words, basically I was just using all chest muscles. I wasn't using any leg drive at all, wasn't using my legs to push the weight back. And it felt okay. And I'm at 175 now. So I'm actually able to bench press close to 1.5 times my body weight. But a thing that I was noticing, I had a conversation with my spotter, and he's a trainer at the gym that I go to. And it seems like him and I are now facing a pretty big hurdle, which is which is getting past the 1.5 times body weight uh, benchmark. Basically, it seems like once you hit that bench press goal of 1.5 times your body weight, it becomes very difficult to even get that extra half. Getting a 2 times body weight bench press is incredibly rare, and I don't think a lot of people seem to recognize that. You might be a 200-pound guy, but bench pressing 405 pounds is pretty rare. You would have to be some 250 plus pound guy to be able to bench press 400 pounds or more. And even then, it's still rare. I mean, I've seen dudes in the gym who are pushing, close to maybe 275, and they're bench pressing maybe 335, which is still impressive. It's more than your body weight. But I just seem to realize that this is a very difficult hurdle to get past, and I have a challenge ahead now. And I'm right around, in terms of 1 rep maxes, based on how many reps I can get with 185 or with 210 pounds, I'm at around 270 to 275 in terms of my 1 rep max, supposedly. Because if 260 felt okay with no leg drive, imagine just adding 10 more pounds and using a leg drive. I'm pretty sure I'd be able to get that. Now that's the only that is the only exercise where I've gone up in weight. In terms of the big three, I can't deadlift. I'm pretty sure I exacerbated my lower back by trying to deadlift, 335 for 1 set of 8, and before that I deadlifted 425 pounds, which was stupid on my part, but I think I'm just going to wait until the 20th now, until I actually figure out what the hell is going on. And I'm probably not going to squat either. I'm probably just going to use the machines that we have at the gym, even the free weight machines. That would work for me anyway. But, my ultimate goal is to get a 2 times body weight bench press. And my ultimate goal for the deadlift is to get 3.5 to 4 times my body weight. If I can get 4 times my body weight in terms of a deadlift, that would be great. Right now, I'm stuck at 2.5 times body weight. But I can't go back to that right now because of my potential injury. And as far as the squat goes, I would love to be able to squat 3 times my body weight. I'm currently stuck at around 2 times my body weight for just 1 rep. So those are the long-term goals that I have. Overall, I want to get a total of 9 times my body. Basically, across all 3 lifts added together, I want to get 9 times my body weight, which would place me in an elite lifter status. That's basically what I want to go for. Now, will I compete? I don't know. Because that is also expensive. You got to pay fees, you got to pay for trainers to get up to a certain level of strength for your competition. I haven't done enough research to actually know what goes into it, but I'm told that I should compete. So maybe when my strength comes back, in terms of my lower body lifts, I might just do that. Still in training at my server job, so that's been interesting. Slowly getting better, but Overall, not earning tips yet. Hopefully, starting next week, I will be done training and will actually be able to earn my tips. Which, from what I'm told, averages from like 165 to 200 bucks a day. For, a 7.5 hour shift, 8 hour shift, that's, not bad. Especially if you can get around 200. So, that would actually give me enough money to save up and pay my bills as well. And, I mentioned in another video, do I want to go back to my cubicle farm job? I could just wait it out. I could just go back and work, part-time at this cafe, on the weekends. It'll eat up my free time, but it'll give me time to actually just save up money from this, 6-figure job until finally they just catch on to what I'm doing. That is if I can't actually improve. Because I am willing to bet as soon as I go back, it is going to be the same training, the same explanation, the same program that they give their new hires. Which, by the way, sure I was promoted, but I didn't even feel like I was ready for the promotion. Because I still didn't even fully understand what I was doing. Because the stuff I was doing was just simplistic in nature. So, it's weird, The more you look into corporate America, the more you realize there are just a lot of bullshit jobs out there. And I felt like mine was one of them. I feel like mine is one of them. Because I'm still technically employed there. I'm just on a leave of absence. I don't even understand what the point of getting my degree was. And, I think I'm at the point where I just don't care anymore. I used to just let it get to me and I was angry and bitter about it. But I just don't think I give a shit anymore. Why should I? So much energy to just be angry about it all the time. There's so much energy it takes so much energy out of me just being angry that I wasted time and money and, especially time from my loved ones who had passed away. I wanted to see me graduate. I wasted time in school for them. But, ultimately, it should have just been for me. And, at the end of the day, at least I know some of the basics of physics and math, and I think that's good enough. And I also have my textbooks that I can continue to read through and brush up on. But I have given up on trying to apply for anything that actually utilizes my bachelor's degree. So that tells you the state of affairs with our education system and with our society as a whole. But I'm just done caring. Because as soon as the baby boomers and the Gen Xers start to retire, we are really going to start to see the skills gap. We're really going to start to see the knowledge gap grow, and it's going to be scary. I feel like there is a reckoning coming. And it is that. I mean, you have teachers, you have nurses quitting in droves, and they are vital parts to our society. You have a shortage of workers who provide other goods and services to society. So I'm curious what's going to happen when more and more of those people quit and go to simple jobs, jobs that don't have as much responsibility, and more and more people just kind of give up. I'm one of them, but this isn't really me giving up completely. This is just me kind of coming up with a game plan to just earn some more money and just live my life. Why would I go out and live on my own and stress about it when I could just live with my mother, or at some point later on down the line live with someone else and split the bills? Why would I pay $1,500 to $2,000 a month on rent for a place that I'm hardly ever going to be at? Because I'll be working so much just to be able to afford the fucking place. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, the math isn't mathing there. So why would I bother? And so that's the attitude that I'm having now. And, I'm okay with that. People might still ask me while I'm, at my server job, and they ask me, hey, did you go to school? Did you do anything? Yeah, I did. I don't care. Plus, my coworkers are actually pretty laid back. I do like them. You know, they all help each other out. And you know, the business seems consistent enough to where tips can actually be an okay wage. It's not great, it's not grand, but it's at least okay. You know, it's something to get by on. So anyway, I think I've droned on long enough, but you know, I have work to do when it comes to my weightlifting goals. You know, I'm getting very close to my end of year goal already. You know, bench pressing 200 pounds is actually becoming easier now, even, you know, even without leg drive. And you know, overall, I'm actually just kind of happy with my progress in the gym. I'm unhappy with the injury, but you know, that's why I'm going to this doctor's appointment. As for driving, driving's going okay. I almost hit a person the other day, but apparently they were at fault because I was going in the correct lane and they decided to go into my lane because the intersection I was at is incredibly shitty and incredibly confusing. So I'm just not even going to fault the other driver anyway because it is a confusing intersection and I think I'm just going to avoid it from now on. I'm just going to take a back road. But I hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, I will talk to you at some point.